Krishna. Then again, Krishna started answering that. Krishna started the first answer is that you are not this body, you are the soul. You are not this body and you are the soul. And also he said that all the those who are you are favoring, that is Bhishma and Drona, they are going to get your new bodies because the soul is never indestructible, it is immutable, it is invisible. So there are a lot of characters that are going to be said by Krishna. And now after completing the karma yoga section, means only towards the material benefits. Now Krishna will be saying from 31 to 38 slokas. Up till 30 slokas, it is up till the soul. Now 31 to 39 slokas, Krishna will be explaining about the material qualities of Arjuna. Wow, Arjuna is a Kshatriya by nature, means Swadharma. He's saying about Swadharma, how a Kshatriya should be and how he has to be. What are the main as a Kshatriya? Kshatriya means to give protection. So he has to give protection towards his citizens. He has to see that any calamities are there. He has to collect the taxes. He has to relieve the taxes, and he has to imply if there are any floods or anything. Again, he has to distribute all the taxes that are accompanied, that are collected, and he has to give everything to the people to save the people and the common man. And also if somebody is going to, if some enemy is going wanted to conquer that, so he has to go and kill the enemy so that to protect the person. That is that main duty of a kshatriya is means he has to fight and he has to protect his citizens. That is the main thing. And also he has to be going on with his regular regulative religious principles. What are the religious principles kshatriya he has to do? He has to do different types of sacrifices and different things as a king. He has to do all the things will be done by a kshatriya. So how, if they are going to for a fight in the battlefield, if the kshatriya is going to have a blood sickness, whenever he sees the blood, he'll fall off. Then the Kshatriya is unable to fight. So how he's going to give them the training? And if presently, if Arjuna is going to fight, if Arjuna is not going to fight in the battle, if Arjuna is going to fight in the battle, he may, if he is going to win, he may be going towards heavenly planets. If he is going to lose, he's going to get the, if he's going to lose, he's going to get heavenly planets. If he's going to win, he's going to get all the material positions which he can rule his kingdom happily. So if without any reason, if Arjuna is going to into run off due to the sympathetic mood towards his elders and towards his cousins, if he's going to run off also, the other persons in the other side of the army, the persons who are there, they will see that it is not for the sympathy. No, he's unable to fight, seeing all this much big army in me of 11 Ashnonis. So what the other people, the Duryodhana, and the different people, they will say that he's incapable. But Arjuna is really incapable. Arjuna fought for the bear with Lord Shiva, and he got Pashpasaka. Whenever he went to different, Arjuna went to into Indraloka. At that time for Indra has given the seat beside to him to sit. So he got lot of pressures, and Indra has given lots and lots of weapons because he's a biological father. So he has also given lot of things, and many times when he went to different in the types, he got different astras. And Dronacharya, he's the first disciple and the most loved disciple. So he has taught more and more. He has given lot of astras and shastras to Arjuna. So all this fame, which the fame Arjuna was having, being when he would be running out of this war, this will cause him infamity. Means he's not going to have any type of fame. If he's not going to have any type of fame, if somebody is there and as a project kshatriya, if Arjuna is going to towards the forest and living in dedication in his in the place where the humans are not available, secluded place. At that time also, If he is going to beg for alms towards a village or anything, at that time, if somebody is going to harm a woman or anything, the qualities of the Kshatriya are going to expose. And Kshatriya main duty is he must not attempt to be a sannyasi. So these are the different qualities what we'll be learning in today's class. Hare Krishna, any one of you can read from 31 to 39.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Go ahead, Prabhuji.
Text 31. Considering your specific duty as a Kshatriya, you should know that there is no better engagement for you than fighting on religious principles, and so there is no need for hesitation. Text 32. O Partha, happy are the Kshatriyas whom such fighting opportunities come unsought, opening for them the doors of the heavenly planets. Text 33. If, however, you do not perform your religious duty of fighting, then you will certainly incur sins for neglecting your duties and thus lose your reputation as a fighter. Text 34. People will always speak of your infamy, and for a respectable person, dishonor is worse than death. Krishna Prabhuji, you will continue.
Hare Krishna. Text
Yes,
35.
Prabhuji.
The great generals who have highly esteemed your name and fame will think that you have left the battlefield out fear only, and thus they will consider you insignificant. Text 36. Your enemies will describe you in many unkind words and scorn your ability. What could be more painful for you? Text 37. O son of Kundi, either you will be killed on the battlefield and attain the heavenly planets, or you will conquer and enjoy the earthly kingdom. Therefore, get up with the determination and fight. Text 38. Do the fight for the sake of fighting without considering happiness or distress, loss or gain, victory or defeat, and by so doing, you shall never incur sin. Text 39. Thus far, I have
Enough,
described this
Prabhuji.
knowledge. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, enough, Prabhuji. We will continue only up till 38 for today. Okay.
Yes.
This is the prescribed duty. As a Kshatriya, the prescribed duty is to fight. Means, means to get material benefit. So this is the way what we have to. But here, what is the practical application? What we have to do is material happiness comes from proper executions of one's dharma. Why? When dharma is neglected, then there is a downfall. See here, Kshatriya is there. Kshatriya is Arjuna. If Arjuna is going to fight, he will be getting his fame and he is getting all the, if he is going to win the battle, he is going to get different types of material happiness, means material enjoyment and other things. If he is not going to do his dharma, well, means he's not doing any type of prescribed duty and he wants to go towards to forest and other things, he's avoiding his duty. So he'll be in infirmity. Means whenever you're going to do your dharma, one's own dharma, then you'll be prosperous. If you're not doing one's own dharma, then you will fall down automatically. Is it clear, Prabhu?
Yes, Mata.
Yeah. This is the practical application what we have to learn. And now we know that Krishna used the arguments based on jnana. What are the in the last words, in the words 30th words, we have described the jnana section. No? What are the main 4 points what we have discussed?
Jnana section, we discussed we are soul, we are not this body, and the body is covered, the soul is covered with material body. You should be always same as in the happiness or distress, and soul will never die and will never cut with any weapon.
Okay. Here the word, here we have to summarize it, and the Jnana section are the 4 points. That is, we have known our identity. What is our identity?
We are
That
the
is, we
soul.
are a spirit soul. Okay. And now you know the difference between the soul and body. Soul is immortal, whereas body is temporary. Hmm? Soul is imperishable, whereas body is perishable. Means here immortality means we are the parts and parcels of Krishna. So Krishna is from San Krishna. As Krishna is Sanatana, our soul is also Sanatana. Yeah. And we are every time. We are in the mode of, in which mood we are? In the mode of dasa. Yeah, in the mode of servant of the servants. But here, when you are going to speak about a Kshatriya, means Kshatriya is normal karma kanda only. We are speaking about karma kanda. Means karma kanda means we'll be doing our prescribed duty and we'll be taking our fruits for enjoyment. So here also in the karma kanda section, what we are going to do? Here we are going to take that for material enjoyment. Here Arjuna is going to fight for material enjoyment, or he is doing for his own dharma. If he is not going to fight, he is going to fall down. So here also Krishna is based on different energies. He elevates us from one principle. That is, once he promises, first you need to have it. If a child is there, if you want a child to do some good thing, so what you will say, in say what the mother of the child will say, this time you study very hard so that you'll get the class first, then I'll give you your favorite chocolate as a gift. So at that time, what will happen? The child will be motivated so that he wanted to. Actually, the child may be reading for a level. But when you are going to ask him that your mother is going to reward him with your favorite chocolate, so what will happen? He will automatically do it more with more attention and precision. In the same way, here also Krishna will be using us, yes, to elevate principles. First, he promises us for the material reward. For the material reward, if you are going to do, then we'll do it with higher precision. The same way here also, first Krishna is going to say that happiness is coming from prescribed duties. So how happiness is going to come? Because what is the benefit of fighting? The benefit of fighting is if you are going to lose. So at that time in the first chapter, after fighting, I won't be. If I am going to kill all the kinsmanship, I'm not going to have any type of enjoyment, or we don't have any type of enjoyment. For that, here Krishna is answering, you're fighting for the duty. If you are going to win, you are going to get 10. Then what unrivalry kingdom on the earth? That is the material reward you are going to get. If you are going to lose, if you are going to die in that battlefield also, you are going to go for the heavenly planets. And and here also losses are there. What is the loss? If I'm going to win, I'll go there. If I'm not going to win, if I'm losing, I'm going for the higher and the heavenly planets. So what is this actually? So here Arjuna is saying that we are having three losses. What are the three losses? He says that sin is there. If I'm going to kill everybody, sin is there. And infamity means no type, because he is having lot of fame. What he is having lot of fame? Because he fought with Lord Shiva, and Lord Shiva has given Pashupatastra. And he's a good disciple of Dronacharya, so he has given lots and lots of Astras and Shastras. And also his adopted father is Indra. So at that time when he went to Indra for to get the money and to get different types of Astras and Shastras, Indra has given him the award of sitting beside him. So this was the honor. So now, if he is going to, because he is a capable archer, Arjuna is a capable archer, and he has fought a lot of art of enemies. For India also, he has done lot of things. Because he's an adopted father, he might be giving him with love also. But what will happen if a person is there? If Arjuna is going to run away from the battlefield, If feel at that time it is a honor for him, it is a dishonor. So this dishonor is like a death for him. And what the enemies will be saying, that enemies will be laughing at him, and they will be saying that this fellow is not having any dare, so he left the battlefield, Ranchor. So in the same way, here the Kshatriya, see, when it comes to a good administrative system, the Brahmanas, Chaturvarna Mahaman. Chaturvarna means the Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, and Sudras. These are the Varnas. And the ashramas are Brahmachari, Gruhastha, Vanaprastha, and Sannyasi. So here the main thing, the what are the here the duties of the Kshatriyas are important. Man, what is the word Kshatriya mean? Kshat means hurt. Triya means to give protection. One who gives protection from harming, from any type of harm, is called a Kshatriya. So, what are the duties of the Kshatriya? To protect citizens in all the different times. In times of, if it is in the drought, if there are no rains, he has to do some type of sacrifice according to the Brahmana, so that the rains are going to fall. And the life of the people are probably happy. And he has to apply violence. If as a judge is there, if a judge is going to catch the thief, and he is going to give the thief to hang for the death, the judge is going to hang to get any type of sin. He's not going to get, because it is the duty of the judge to punish the miscreant. So here, but when this order, so in that way, same way, if a kshatriya is there, if somebody are going to violate laws and order, at that time he is having the right to punish the miscreants. And also, if some inimical kings will be there, inimical kings, they wanted to conquer the land, so that they wanted to have a name and fame, so that they wanted themselves to be with powerful people. So at that time also, what as a kshatriya Arjuna has to do, he has to conquer all these inimical kings, and he has to rule the world. He has to rule all over the world with the religious principle. Without religious principle, no one is going to be elevated. If it is in Varna, Ashrama, Dharma, or anywhere, we have to do according to the religious principle. So at this time, means, and also one more important thing is, Kshatriyas are never meant for directly accepting the order of sannyasa. Because Kshatriyas means they are the rulers, they are the protectors. So Kshatriya can never go to sannyasi ashrama. He must be in that Kshatriya ashrama, Kshatriya Varna and ashrama, and he has to do his duty. And here, if he wants to be non-violent, and he don't want to be having any type of diplomacy, see, but the principle is that he is a Kshatriya, so he has to fight. Then how are these Kshatriyas are going to be trained? These Kshatriyas are going to be trained in a challenging of killing. Why? Because religious violence is a factor. If somebody are there, he has to give the sentence of killing the thief, or killing the somebody who has done different types of miscreants. So how they are going to train? They are going to train. How they will be trained? They have to go to the forest, challenge a tiger face to face with a sword, and offer the and they are going to kill the tiger. If they are not going to kill the tiger, they are killed by the tiger. So when they are killed, when they have killed the tiger cremation will be there. No, it will be in the royal order, so that the tiger will be getting the human form in the next birth, or the highly elevated forms other than animals. And also he has to go and do, because we know that this animal sacrifice is there according to different religious books. The violences are there, but how are they applicable? If it is for the brahmanas may be killing some of the least animals in the sacrifice. Because why they are going to kill them? Because they may get a highly evaluated cycle. or highly elevated. If a goat is going to be supposed to give, in the next birth it is going to get a human form, it is highly elevated. In that way, by some of the things, also by Brahmanas in sacrifice or by Kshatriyas in fighting for religious principles, they may get heavenly planets if killed. And if they are going to avoid the avoid the duty of the kshatriya, they are going to be infamable, because they will be having infamity, because their fame is going to be discreet, and they'll be doing all type of sinful reaction. When there is infamity, they'll be going for the hellish planets. But also, if he is going to do his swadharma, means he is going to do his specific duties. What are the specific duties? There are two types of swadharma. That is spiritual swadharma and material swadharma. Spiritual swadharma, when we become liberated, we will be doing that spiritual swadharma. But now we are in the material swadharma. Material swadharma means varnashrama dharma, duties which we have to perform according to the religious principles. Else, when we have a particular body, and this will be process grow gradually towards liberalization. So what is this actually? Must have a humanity. Human civilization says at a point that we have to do our duty, we have to perform religious. That is, what are the religious principles? Religious principles are nothing but they are the rules of the Lord, or which are the ordinated by the law as a rule, as laws. That is, it is we must never hurt any of the small living creatures, or it's just, and why we have to not do all this? Because for the higher benefit or the higher cost, if we need to go for the higher planetary systems like that. So what happened? Vishwamitra Mitra has once what happened? No, one king was there. So he went to Vishwamitra Muni and he said that I wanted to go for the heavenly planets. But the king was not having that much of piety. At that time, Vishwamitra has created Trishanku Swarga, and it is also having equal opulences of an heaven. So the king used to stay there. But he has already decreased all his piety, and he prepared that Trishanku Sakta. Means that is just like an elevator. Elevating. A person is elevated to stay in the higher planetary systems, or just like the heavenly planets. After saying all this different types of duties for a kshatriya, how he's going to train everything, now Krishna concludes by saying to Arjuna that what we have to, because you are doing any decision must be based upon your happiness or distress. If you are going to take any type of decision based on material happiness or distress, rather you do fight for the sake of your duty, and thus be purified. Why he's saying which is sinful, fighting or not fighting? If you are going to fight, it becomes a sinful act. But when you are going to fight for me, it becomes purified act. Means for the sake of my duty, I'm doing. As I'm a kshatriya, I have to do my duty, so I'm doing. So Arjuna thinks that, means the transcendental consciousness is elevated. Why? He is doing it as for the sake of duty. So, no sinful reactions. It is ordinated by the Lord. The religious principles are applied, fighting for the sake of duty, and also he is purifying himself. Krishna explains that, and Krishna answers, because I'm getting there in the first chapter. Arjuna says that if I'm going to kill all of them, I'm going to get different types of sin. So here Krishna explains that when you are doing this according to my order, ordered by the Lord, then there will be no sins incurred. And one who executes his proper duty in proper consciousness, there are no sins. So now Krishna is taking one level head towards Nishkama Karma. Nishkama Karma is we have to do our prescribed duties, but we must not be tainted by the fruits of our activities. That is how you have to do this Nishkama Karma. By transcendental consciousness. How we can get transcendental consciousness? Everything we have to perform for the sake of Krishna, not considering any type of honor, in honor, gain, victory, profit, loss, happiness, distress, no consideration. Whatever may come, it is the blessing of Krishna. So, and here also, this is applying to Arjuna. Why it is applying? Because fight for the sake of fighting, not for the desire of battle. If I'm going to win the battle, I'll get this. If I'm not winning, so don't care about the results. Just you do your duty. And for this, again, he's also giving some material consciousness. What will be the material consciousness? Once you have given a subject reaction, if it is good or bad, you have to take it equally. If it is goodness, means what will happen to act in once for one set. If you are going to do any work for your own sense gratification, you'll be having good and bad. When you are doing for the sake of the Lord, or when you are doing it as a duty, you don't have to face this good or bad. If anything is come, if anything, if it may be, if it is good, that is the gratitude, that is the blessing of the Lord. If it comes bad, that is also the blessing of the Lord. And in this way, when we are completely surrendered to Krishna consciousness, there is no debitor. Means all the activities will be running very smoothly. And sometimes what will happen, no, as we have taken this human birth, we are debited to our demigods, sages, king, man, humanity, forefathers, all these are there. No? When you are following your religious dharma, when you are in Krishna consciousness, when you are ordinated by Krishna, or by the rules of Krishna, when you are doing all this, there is no need for going for all different types of other obligations. Means directly, by acting directly in Krishna consciousness, one is beyond the mundane obligations. What are the mundane obligations? That is, we'll be having Pitru Runam. Means that is the forefathers. As a human, man, so we have to have the different traditions. That is, it is for the forefathers. You need to do this in the Sharda ceremony. We need to have this much, this many days. We have to give offer food to the elders, because everything is ordinated by different demigods. We have to do different types of sacrifices. And the sages has given our Vedic literatures and other things. So the sages are the people we have to respect the more. And the kingmen, who are the now coming to politicians and different famous people, these are. And how will be our humanity towards others and everything. These are all the different obligations what we'll be having. So when one comes towards this transcendental consciousness of everything is performed for the sake of Krishna, then all these obligations will become zero. Means we don't need to follow all these obligations if you are going towards Krishna in your transcendental plane. So that is the most thing that we are doing, because in our Krishna consciousness we don't consider any type of happiness and sorrow. Everything is performed for Krishna, everything is done to please Krishna. So this is the section what we have already. And the next section is the Nishkama Karma Yoga. This is the only hinting of Nishkama Karma Yoga and how we can do Nishkama Karma Yoga from 39 to 53 we are having. Hare Krishna, any doubts up till here?
No, Mataji, clear
Is it
Mataji.
clear?
Clear,
Is
Maha.
it clear? So these are the things what we have to know. Now that normally when we do any type of karma, we'll be having this material return. If I'm going to do, I'm going to get this much. But now coming to the next level, that is karma kanda, we are having fruit activities. The next level is nishkama karma yoga. This I'll be teaching in the next class. So any doubts, any references? And I need to actually, I have heard a story from one of our Vaishnava.